Today I am doing my zodiac series and today is Leo. If you know anything about Leos, you know that they are bold, a little bit dramatic, and always the center of attention. Today I wanted the look to exert and represent the not so subtle Leo. So if you want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. For my base, I'll first start with a smoothing primer, but then I want to use a more warm toned foundation that I have. And this one is a medium to full coverage base, but I'm also going to be adding a bit of illuminator. I really like how it gives it that lit from within look. So for that combination, I'm using the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Foundation, as well as the Ulta Beauty Illuminating Lotion. And I know this one is a tad too yellow on me, so I'm going to bring it down to my neck, but I'm also going to be using a lighter concealer to help balance it out. And today I'm using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Maybelline. This one is a great full coverage concealer, so it's really going to help with achieving both coverage and the brightness that I'm looking for. Now we are not shying away from bronzer today. Leos are ruled by the sun, so we are going for completely sun-kissed. And I'm going for more of like a rosy warm tone bronzer, though use whatever you have available or if you want a really stark bronzy one. Today I'm using the NYX Buttermilk Bronzer in Buttercup. And I just really like how easily this one blends and it doesn't look too stark or orange. I'm just applying it generously across my face. For blush, we're still going bold, and I was thinking of kind of having a little fun with this and creating more of a sunset effect because we're still thinking about that sun. So one that I completely thought of when I was thinking of this look was my About Face orange blush. This is Cowgirl. This is a cream to powder one, and this just seemed so perfect for this type of look. But I don't want it to be too fall leaning, and that's why I was thinking of introducing a little bit of peach or coral. I'm going with a peach shade, and this is from Huda Beauty Peach Sorbet in the blush filter. So I'm going to start with this one because it's a cream one, and these go a long way, so I want to make sure that it blends out nicely. And then I'm going to layer the About Face. So this one I'm starting with a higher placement and kind of draping it, and then I'm going to focus the orange. So I'm thinking of playing with the orange one more on the outskirts of my face because when I'm thinking of the blush, I want the rosiness right here, and then the orange I'm thinking of kind of blending into that bronzer. So kind of a higher draping placement. I really like the toasty look it made, and it also kind of blends into that bronzer nicely. And then for highlighter, I want to stay within that warm family of shades. So I'm using the L'Oreal Lumi Glow highlighter, and this is in Golden Couture. It's a really pretty gold pearly shimmer. And this has become one of my favorite highlighters because it just blends so nicely and it looks natural, but you can still see that golden hue to it. For the eyes, I'm not 100% sure in what I want to do, but I just want to look at some palettes and feel some creativity from them. But before I start, I'm going to set my lids, and I'm using the Pretty Grunge palette from Huda Beauty. And there is a warmer skin tone shade called Heroin. I'm just going to sweep that all over the eyelid. So I really want to incorporate this eye paint from About Face. It's called Fractal, and it's this really pretty shimmery orange. It has kind of like this burnt orange. It's so pretty. So I think I want to focus it in the front and then maybe gradient out to a yellow. And we can kind of still play along with that sunset look. So I just worked it onto a small brush. I feel like it dries down really quick, so I'm going to put it on the lid and then blend it out. I was being super stubborn in the blending, so maybe I can use some powders to help blend it out, but I just tried to get as much pigment as I could evenly across the lid and then kind of taper it off at the end. Now I'm taking my Revelation Game of Thrones palette. This one has some stunning red shades in it, so I'm thinking of mixing this yellow with this orange. So we have Persistence and Rebellious, and I'm just going to try and blend this out a little bit more. And with the focus of these regal tones, I'm going to top it off with this shimmer called Queen, which I feel is just perfect for this look. And I'm gonna focus it more on that yellow and then slowly bring it in. To finish the eyes, I want to kind of create a double wing. So I'm going to start with the bottom lashes to kind of create my shape. I'm going to just go with a neutral brown, and this one is from my ColourPop Roaring Hearts palette. Actually, Lindy Hop. So I'm just going to spray some Max Fix-It on my hand and then use a little liner brush to get in there. To finish this look, I'm going to focus on the lips now, and this one just seemed like it would be a great fit for the rest of the colors that I'm using. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Here is the finished look. I love how just warm and striking this look is. I really love how it came out, and I know I don't have like the cleanest lines for the eyeliner, but it's still dramatic, it is still bold, and I think it suits the Leo season quite nicely. If you are a Leo, let me know if you would try a look this bold, or if you're other zodiac sign, let me know if this is something that you feel like you could embrace or not. If you like my zodiac series, make sure to check out the rest. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!